What the fuck is going on, squad? Skeletor here. I got my coffee. Good stuff. I've got my clouds, and boy do I. Ho ho ho! And now so do you. And you know who I am. I am your friendly neighborhood Skeletor. This is Coffee and Clouds, and I have a great show coming for you guys today. So, while I pop up the chat real quick so I can see exactly who all's in here, we have Juicy, Owen, B-Man, Chrissy, Foofy! There's my Foofy. Let's see. Who else we got? We got Mike. We got Fixed and Focus. And everybody else, Karma, Miss April herself. Everybody else I missed, I am so sorry, but good morning, Mr. Cobrafire. How are you, sir? So today's show, what have we got? Not only do we have a look at the Modfather. All I hear is Slash playing the Godfather theme right now in my head. Do 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 do. I wish I had that on a soundbite on a soundboard that I could pop up for y'all right before I do it, but I don't. And I've got two juices coming today. Got Smooth Criminal by Cloud Culture, and I tell you what, wait until you guys hear what I think about this, especially the labeling. You guys know I'm a stickler about labeling. And I've also got Steep, and it's called One. Let's go back this way. One. As you see, I'm wearing the Steep shirt. They were kind enough to toss me one of these when I decided to go ahead and get their juice reviewed. It finally came up in the queue, and well, here we are. Right. How am I sounding, everybody? I know I'll have to wait for about 40 seconds or so before I can see, but just give me some feedback. How do I look? How do I sound? You'll also be seeing me wear this little Cloud Culture snapback. Cloud Culture is the company that makes Smooth Criminal. Loaded actually was kind enough to let me borrow that hat for when I go ahead and review this with you guys. So, you know, I'll have not only Steep, but I'll have Cloud Culture too. Of course, I'm not wearing the hat right now. It's a snapback. You guys know what I think about snapbacks. I think I look like a douche canoe in one. Oh, yeah. But the Godfather, Modfather, reminds me of the Godfather. Definitely. Liking it, liking it. It comes with the user's manual, but we'll get there later. I'm sidetracking because I'm actually going to switch it up a little bit this morning. I am going to do the equipment look last because I'm sure you've got a lot more questions about that Modfather than you do about the juice. And I just took my little tool here and it got stuck. Put the Dove Po over here. I was actually using the Dove Po with the Modfather. And it being a 30mm RTA, it's pretty damn good. Alright, let me check the time real quick because we're going to go ahead and jump in and get this shit started. I think we're going to start with Steep. So I'll write down what time because we're going to end up putting cards in here for you guys so you can just click right to the reviews and such. And it's like 10:08 right now. So we're good. Got that marked. I'm learning stuff, you guys. I'm learning. Owen, I didn't get out of the Twins hat. We were spanking that ass just like always until the 7th inning. I don't want to hear it. So we're starting with Steep. Now, Steep is like a blue raz rock candy. They do have an Instagram at 33p Liquids. If you guys want to check it out, they actually have, there we go, it focused. They actually have pictures of the profiles. Well, the profile. And it's not going to focus again. Anyways, it's STEEPLIQUIDS on Instagram. And let me go ahead and get a fresh drip, even though I've been vaping on it since yesterday on the temple here. I'm really excited to try this in front of you guys because I usually don't dig on candy vapes. I don't dig on fruity vapes. When I smelled this, the first scent that I got was melon. Really weird. Even though when I opened it and started taking a whiff, it actually switched over to that like blow pop blue raspberry. Wow, that puts out some production. All right, so we are going to be quick about this because I'm honestly not really a big fan of candy vapes. And as I start vaping this, when I first start vaping it, my stomach does kind of get that the nick gut feeling, but then it tends to go away after a couple of seconds, and I think it might just be the influx of a different type of flavor than my stomach's used to. Excuse me. It doesn't give a ratio on it. It says it's got the California prop. It's got the underage sales prohibited. It's got the ingredients, barcode, made in the USA, stuff like that. And I really do like the simplicity of the label. I actually got to meet the gentleman behind this at the Orlando convention in March, and really cool dude. My buddy Sean O'Halloran over at Innovate ended up, you know, um, bringing me over to their booth and introducing me, and they were kind enough to give me a shirt. I got a little bottle opener keychain that's really cool, but I do like the labeling. I wish they would put the viscosity rating on here, but it's very clean, it's very nice, and I'm really enjoying it. I am, actually. The vape is pretty decent because once that initial feeling of the nick guts that I kind of get sometimes goes away, it's funny. It tastes like a blue raspberry Tootsie Pop. It's almost got that the after, like when you eat a Tootsie Roll Pop and you have that aftertaste after you're done in the back of your palate, and you have like that fake chocolate aftertaste. I know there's no chocolate in here, but man, it's like that for me. Really weird. And I've tried it in the avocado last night as well. Of course, I had to rewick it because this thing is a cotton slayer. But I thoroughly enjoyed it out of the avocado. Once the nick guts is gone, I dig on it. I mean, I just started vaping it last night. I was getting my thoughts on it because I didn't want to go through too much. So I'm down to the label ish when it comes to how much I've taken out of it, but I'd even run this through the Modfather. On a flavor scale for me, even though it's out of my wheelhouse, I dig it. My WTF scale out of 10 is an 8. The production is an 8.5. As I look at the viscosity, it looks like it could be 75-25. It could even be as high as an 80-20, but I wouldn't give it as low as a 70-30. If it is a 70-30, I'm actually shocked that it would be because it does look a little thicker than that. But yeah, it's I dig it. I dig it. It's called Steep, and the flavor is 1. And I guess they use the 2 3s in the label because as you see at the bottom, it says 33 days for perfection. So what they do is they steep it for 33 days, then they sell it. Get some coffee. And then we'll check out chat. So while we're checking out chat real quick to see exactly what's going on, I just want to remind you guys, you have 1 day left. 1 day, okay? To go over to Juicy's Spartan 300 watt box mod review that he had, or first look, or whatever it was. I think it might have been a review. And he's giving one away. You need to go to that video right now and do so. Definitely a review. I got my producer, Mr. Juicy Jones himself, in my headphones. I know you guys can't hear him yet. He's actually going to join us later. I think I might have mentioned that. Let's see. So, yeah, now we're going to chat. I see a comment from Juicy that says, "Whoa, Brett, geez, is Brett stuck somewhere?" Toledo. Dude, you're stuck in Toledo? Why are you stuck in Toledo? Let me, oh shit. Waiting to get a seal cut on the trailer. Okay. Moron didn't shut the doors all the way. Nice. Don't you love it when people half-ass their job? Hmm? Brian, Mr. Brian from Wicked Park, I see you're in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Justin, good to see you. And I'll post a pic of the bottle. Okay. Post. What are you posting? What are you posting? He's posting a bottle of something? Oh, recipe to get a fuzzy peach flavor. Yeah, post it on Instagram. We'll jump over there, check it out, Justin, and I'll see if we can figure that juice out for you, get you some more in your hands if you like it that much. All right, so give me 1 second. I'm going to put a hat on to make myself look like a douche canoe because let me go back. Juicy just asked what the juice was you were talking about, Justin. It's a fuzzy peach flavor. It was at an expo. He didn't mention the name of it, but definitely post a picture on Instagram, Justin. We'll get it figured out for you. So let me put on the hat. Makes myself look like a douche canoe real quick because that is what I look like in snapbacks. That's why I like my fitted hats. And then we'll get to Smooth Criminal by Cloud Culture. 1 second. And I'm back, y'all. I am back. So do I look like a douche canoe yet? Be honest. If it wasn't for my headphones. Yep. Indeed. Oh, who's leaving us? Nobody. Okay. Hey, Orbital Joe. Good to see you this morning, sir. All right. So, I would have a Michael Jackson intro for you right now, but I don't have a soundboard yet, so we can't do the sound bites. However, here it is, Smooth Criminal by Cloud Culture. Now you see all that stuff right there? I think if this was on even if this was on a 30 ml bottle, I think it would look just as good. And I'm really impressed with this. Okay, so we'll start off by giving you the story time with Skeletor. Storytime with Skeletor on Smooth Criminal by Cloud Culture dictates that it is a banana ice cream topped with fresh strawberries. What about that sounds awful, y'all? You know me. I'm Skeletor, bitch. I love banana fucking vapes. So when this was handed to me, I can't remember. I think it might have been my roommate Angelo that handed this bottle to me. And there was about 3 times as much in there as there is now. And this was just last week. He hands it to me. He goes, dude, I think it was Angelo. Whoever it was said, I know you like banana vapes. You need to try this. And if you like it, fuck it, throw a review up on it, right? These boys are from Florida. They're over by Tampa, about an hour and a half away from me. They'll enjoy it. So I vaped it, and let's see what I think about it. But first, we're going to get to the label. You don't have to wonder what the viscosity is on this because it's a 70-30. You know how I know that? Because it says it right there. Look how this is laid out. This is how you do it, folks. This is how you do it. On one side of the label, you got enough room for all this junk. I mean, they got the prop, they got the warnings, they got the ingredients, they got all the viscosity and the facts, the serving size, 2 fluid ounces, aka 60 milliliters. But wait, there's more. You jump to the other side of their label, and they let you know how to get a hold of them, and they tell you what the fuck you're vaping on. And that's Smooth Criminal. The banana ice cream with fresh strawberries. Mr. Cobrafire, you want me to bust out with a rap? I will in a little bit. I promise. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this and put it over here because we know that Steep is a cotton slayer, and I have so much to say about... Wow, I'm losing my... Oh, where'd it go? Here it is. It all blends in. And I forgot what I was just saying, so it's all good. I went looking for my mod. Oh yeah, we know Steep is a cotton slayer. So instead of rewicking, because I want to take as much time as I possibly can with the Modfather, I'm just going to go ahead and switch RDAs. Toss it in the Buddha instead, right? Smooth Criminal by Cloud Culture. Let's see what this 7030 does, shall we? Now, I've been dripping in the Buddha on this since last night as well. I was just gathering my thoughts. Ho, 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 ho. You know, very rare is it that I get a hold of a vape that just makes me, as I'm inhaling, I just creep back, and as I exhale, and it's just that pure flavor euphoria. It's like, oh, it's a rarity. As a matter of fact, I've only had it twice more. Once on this, and once on this. Number 3, Smooth Criminal. All right, so we all know I like the labeling. That goes without saying. I just went on an overview why. Well, now let's tell you why I like the juice. The inhale is, it reminds me, okay, there's this ice cream made by Bluebell, and it's Bananas Foster ice cream, but it's less the Foster side of it, more the banana. The ice cream base is the banana ice cream, and it's got the caramel and the drizzle all through it. But that fresh banana ice cream taste is what I get right off the bat. The strawberries are more of an afterthought. And to me, they're actually more like the artificial strawberry. Juicy and I have mentioned back and forth on reviews before about how we get a hold of a strawberry and it's like an artificial McDonald's strawberry milkshake, like artificial. Not really fresh like you would get in a hand spun milkshake. I believe Juicy likes to go to Dick's up in Seattle. Down here we have a couple of good shake shops. Like there's a couple of mom and pop ones that you guys wouldn't recognize. I mean, even Steak and Shake really kind of puts fresh strawberries in there sometimes. I need to turn this up a little bit, and I'm only at 95 watts. At 95 watts, this stuff actually vapes really nice and cool. Believe it or not, I've got a stage Clapton build in here. I think. Yeah, I've got a stage. No, I've got a parallel 26 twisted with. Okay, yeah, it's my 26 twisted build that I did with the 26 gauge twisted static wire and the 24 parallel. But yeah, I turned it up to about 107 watts. Let's see how it tastes on a little warmer of a vape. 12 watts more. Does that produce like a 7030, y'all? I don't think so. So what's my WTF scale? What's my brass tacks? Well, my WTF scale, I would have to say production definitely gets an 8.5. If it's a 7030, we know that. It states it on the bottle. If they're lying, that's false advertising, and I doubt they're going to pull that, especially nowadays. 8.5 on the WTF production scale. On the flavor scale, I give it a 9.25. This is one of the best banana vapes I've ever had. The banana ice cream flavor that I get does give me a bit of nostalgia because it's been a double-digit amount of years since I've actually had that Bluebell ice cream, since I've even seen it, and I've gone and looked for it. Excuse me. But it's there, 9.25 flavor scale. You guys need to check this out. Their website is www.cloud-culture.com. There's their Facebook, there's their Instagram. Now their Instagram is actually cloud dot culture. I don't know if you can see that dot in there or not, but it's there. Cloud dot culture on Instagram, and it's cloud-culture.com. I recommend you go check them out. They've got I think it's like 4 or 5 other flavors that I'm really looking to try out, one of which I've heard, and I've heard of it from not the local scene. I've seen other reviewers across the United States review it, and it's Cloud Culture's Dankish. Um, it's definitely going to be one for Juicy to put up against the AZ Swag Sauce cinnamon bun that he likes so much, and it's also one to put up against ADV by Toot Juice if I can actually still find a bottle of that. For those of you who don't know, Gem Juice and Gentleman's Draw, they did merge, so don't know what I think about that yet still, but it's not about them. This is about Cloud Culture Smooth Criminal, and I give them an 8.5 on production. I give them a 9.25 on flavor. If you like banana vapes, I know a few of you out there do. Pick it up. Shit, pick up a 60 mil. Why not? I've only seen them in 60 mils to be quite honest, so maybe that's the why not. But I'm digging it. And so with that being said, Smooth Criminal, cheers to you. That's right. I really wish I had a Michael Jackson cue up right now. I just hit that button. And as I'm looking at you awkwardly, I would be playing that. Kind of feeling like a Smooth Criminal. Here's one for Team Baby Clouds. All right, so the hat's coming off. I'm going to quit looking like a douche canoe. Loaded. I appreciate you letting me wear the hat, even though it does make me look douchey. You know, we got to give Cloud Culture, our local boys over in Tampa, some love, right? That's right. I'm an O-Town boy. Been here all my life. I like the state of Florida. It's kind of cool. I'm accustomed to it. Let's get this hat off and put my Twinkies hat back on. Then we'll get to talking about what you guys really came to look at, and that's the Modfather. Give me 1 second. All right. So, as you guys know, I have been blessed by Mr. David Gunn, loaded himself from the Modfather family, to let me put a hand on the Modfather. Give it a whirl. See what I think. It's a 30 mil tank. It's got a velocity style deck. It's got a 9 milliliter capacity. I haven't measured it out, but I tell you what, I have New York cheese from Liquid Sky in it right now. I wish I could find the bottle. Here it is. Okay. So I filled New York cheese up here once, and when I did, it was up there. More like right there. So I'm assuming, I'm assuming that it holds 9. I don't have a syringe yet to measure. I'd love to get a Modfather up in Juicy's hands so he could put one of his handy dandy syringes on it and actually put a measure to it. But yeah, so I've got the Modfather on the DNA 200 right now. It looks actually really sexy. But I've got something special for you before we get started with that. That's right. That's right. You guys are waiting for the HK Alchemy Wire giveaway. What time is it, y'all? It is 10:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Greenwich Mean minus 5, I think, right now. See, I'm making notes. That way we can make little notations in the description for you, and you can figure out exactly what you want to take a look at during my Coffee and Cloud show. So this morning I did the drawing for this roll of alchemy, 40 gauge, that I promised you guys that I would do. And I went through the little randomizer. We had a few people that went ahead and signed up for it. Let me see if my Tiger loving fan is in the chat right now because I haven't seen him all morning. Hello, Michaela. And I'm scrolling through chat real quick just to check it out, y'all. Oh, Chrissy, you like my haircut? Thank you. You gave it to me. And I don't see Mr. Winner. So, for those of you who saw yesterday's show, you know there was some banter going back and forth between me and this gentleman about a baseball game. He is one of the only two Detroit Tigers fans we have in the chat, and they happen to spank Minnesota Twins ass the last 2 nights. So, Milkman John, I drew your name this morning, buddy. You get some 40 gauge alchemy by Hostile Clouds. 500 foot of it, baby. There it is. Still taped. There's the tape at the bottom. Very nice. Congratulations, Milkman. You'll probably see this on the replay. So I want you to shoot me an email with your contact information so I can mail this out to you to skeletorvapes@gmail.com. That's right. Put that in the description too. Owen, if you have a way to get a hold of Milkman, please do. Oh, Chrissy has to go to work. Have a good day at work, Milkman. Chrissy, have a good day at work, Milkman. If you're watching this on the the replay, hit me up with that email, skeletorvapes@gmail.com. That's right. Congratulations, bud. You are the winner chicken dinner. All right, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to make one more notation. It is 10:30. We're going to start with the Modfather. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give you some quick notes about what I thought of the Modfather so far. I will say I am going to purchase one of these myself, and we're going to get a soup to nuts review of it done. There's a learning curve with the building and the wicking from what I understand. I did just get this last night at like 7:15 p.m. And so and the build that Loaded has in here, it's a custom build done by a special buddy of his. And so I was like, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll figure out what I like about the filling technique, what I like about the build deck itself, and what I like about the flavor that I get out of it. I mean, it's a 9 mil capacity, 30 milliliter tank, or 30 millimeter tank, 9 milliliter capacity. Yeah, my tank got all tangled up there for a second. So yeah, it's a 0.17 ohm build. I'm rocking it at 100 watts, and let's check out this production. After we check out the production on the DNA, I'm actually going to toss this on my RX. Reason being, because it just looks sexy. That is a lot of clouds. Clouds, bro. Clouds. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take this Buddha off of the RX. Grab my freshly cleaned towel. Now there's a couple things I like about this, and while I'm doing this, see if I can finagle this a little bit. I think I have it figured out how I can. Doing something very dangerous right now. So while I'm switching the tank, I'll let you look at the box, because as soon as I open that box up, you'll be impressed. You see, it's like half the size of my head almost. So the one thing that I was always wondering about this tank, as I was looking at it and I knew I was going to be using it at 107 watts on this. What was I at on the DNA? 100? Yeah, I was at 100 watts on the DNA, so this should be good. Yeah, boy. All right, so it does look good on my custom painted RX. Thanks, Maddie from HK. Arena's sexy. Okay, back to the Modfather. So the Modfather, I'll take this down because I don't feel like being dangerous with that anymore. I actually had a mod balanced on my coffee cup, holding it up. That kind of made me nervous. So the box, as you can see, it's the size of a small child. And it comes with a very nice box. That's what you get inside the box. If you guys want to see, just pause the video right now if you're watching the replay. However, I'll just hold it up for an extra second for you guys to read the rest of it. I really like that right there, that label. It is highly suggested that this RTA be disassembled and cleaned thoroughly prior to its first use. That is right. You should always do that. Always. So, you take the small child, and it's got the little magnetic flap. Ooh. Juice capacity, Owen, is 9 milliliters. That's right, 9 milliliters. It comes in here. You get the extra glass. You get all the extras there. Now, if you guys saw... Ooh, we'll go this way. Sorry. Comes with a user's manual. Who doesn't like that? I mean, I know most dudes will be like, user's manual. Ooh, don't like those. Well, see, here's the thing, though. It gives you all the features. 304 stainless steel, 19 millimeter 2-post build deck, 2.5 millimeter post holes, 9 milliliter capacity, peak insulators, and adjustable direct airflow. That's right. And you know what? It even fucking shows you how to do it. Not only does it tell you, but it shows you. These are directions that any man like myself or any person like myself who will look at the instruction manual half-assed, skim it real quick to see if there's words and pictures, because that's how I learn, and it's right fucking there. Kudos to the Modfather Inc. for putting in a user's manual on how to fill this thing. I don't know how the Vapors Cloud came, but the Omega BFT did not come with a user's manual or instructions on how to fill it. And they didn't have the adjustable airflow ring to begin with on either of those two tanks. So it was always, you got the vacuum, you're spilling juice all over the place. It's kind of messy. I haven't had that issue. Well, I digress. I went to fill this like I would have a VCMT or a BFT, and I did have a leaking issue. I filled it up like they showed in the instructions. I had a slight vacuum leak. There was a little bit of extra spit back in the chimney. So what I did was I just, held my fingers over the Cyclops holes, and I went upside down like this, drained all the extra juice out of the chimney. I tilted it like this, drained all the extra juice. I was holding this rag, as a matter of fact. Just boom. The extra juice came out. After that, it fucking did its little bubble spaz out thing when it wicked, and it's been good ever since. I mean, I carry 2-3 rags around with me in my Merce anyway, so 107 watts on some New York cheese. Let's do it. That long of a hork, I'm sure y'all heard that. Not a burnt hit. Let's give that big of a hork again, that fast. Getting a little bit burnt, so I'll let it wick. The wicking action on this thing is actually pretty dope. There's, I think it's like 6 or 8 wicking holes. 8 wicking holes in the bottom and the base. I wish I could get up close and personal and show you. I don't have that camera angle yet. The drip tip, it actually unscrews. Let's see if I can do that. I haven't done it yet, but it does unscrew, and there's a couple of companies that you can find on Instagram. Loaded told me about it yesterday that make custom drip tips for this. I'd have to give my big luscious lips like a bigger drip tip, because it is kind of tiny, I will say. And I think that's the only con visibly that I can see. For those of you who don't like a lot of mess, the fill might be a little bit of a con for you because it is a little messy. But it's a sexy fucking tank. I mean, look at that. Even though this one's stainless, now it does say on the box that there's a black model. And if there is, I want a black one. This one's Loaded's. This one's not mine. I want a black one because tell me that wouldn't look sexy. It looks sexy enough with the stainless on the RX, and it looks even more sexy on the DNA 200 Rouleau. And I tell you what, y'all want to see something funny? I was actually rocking this on my Gator's Parallel box last night because it's a Hammond B. It's huge and it holds 30 millimeters. So if you guys in the audience, any of you have a Hammond B, I know Juicy does. And looks good. You know what? I'll actually switch to the front plate for all y'all Gator haters. Great to be a Florida Gator. I mean, it looks good. I like it. Let's see how it hits at a .17 with Alien Claptons on a parallel box. Digging it. You know what's even funnier, guys? I even put this on my Dovepo Guardian that I reviewed for Dovepo last couple weeks, or first couple shows rather. That's why I actually had the Dovepo out earlier. And it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It looks huge, and it actually makes the Dovepo top heavy. But in my Monstrasso hands, if it wasn't up close and I wasn't showing you the overhang, it's not that fucking bad. Is this on? It is. I even had this up to 100 watts. Ryan, I think I'm going to take your suggestion. The toxic colored? Okay, toxic colored drip tip from Lawless Drip Tips. I need to write that down. Lawless Drip Tips, toxic colored. Lawless Drip Tips, toxic. All right, I'll check it out and see exactly what's going on with that. That sounds sexy, I will say. It sounds sexy. So yeah, I'm gonna put. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Oh yeah. I see somebody was asking about a new RDA. Let's see who that was. Oh, it was Justin, and everybody's saying the avocado. Indeed, indeed. If you want something that's got great flavor, easy to build on, avocado is where it's at. But for what you're looking for, this Modfather, digging it. Let's get to the flavor on it, shall we? You guys know what I think of the design. You guys know what I think of its perks and its bells and whistles that it comes with. I just haven't done a build on it yet or wicked it. See what the flavor's like. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick backdrop and a little bit of a spoiler, kind of. There is this juice that we're going to review today called New York Cheese by Liquid Sky. I could taste one flavor, but not the other. And when I put this in, I was bumping it at like 105 watts. And I'll clean up exactly what I said when I put the New York cheese in here and vaped, but I'll give you kind of a replica. Here we go. You ready? Tasting New York cheese for the first time in the Modfather. Here we go. My motherfucker. I didn't quite say it like that. I used a different word at the end. But I can taste both ingredients on this, and it makes this vape amazing. The flavor on this, I ran Frita through it, my very first fill, and it was great. It wasn't as good as the avocado, but the flavor is magnificent. Um, I think Loaded had a like the new cereal vape from Anarchist in here, and uh, so I finished off that. The flavor was good. I hadn't had a chance to try that flavor on a dripper, but I put in Old Faithful on the first fill. Frita, of course, right? I have almost a 30 ml bottle left, so I'm like, okay, cool. I'll go ahead and fill up some Frita. I'll get the brass tacks, and it did. It tasted magnificent. But then I put in the New York cheese, and it gave me flavors that I couldn't get out of the avocado. Now, that could just be the alien build that's in here, or it could be the tank itself. That I will have to find out when I get my black one with my lawless drip tip toxic color recommendation. Thank you very much, sir. Josh, peace out, brother. Thank you very much for your kind words. So I don't know if it's the build or if it's the actual tank itself. Like I said, I'll find out more when I get a hold of my own. If I had a little more time with this one, I'm sure I would be able to. However, Loaded is using his VCMT right now for the next couple of days, and he's none too happy. He's already anxiously trying to get this back from me. He contacted me this morning after only this being out of his hands for about 12 and a half hours, and he said, I miss my Modfather. I'm having to use this VCMT, you son of a bitch. I said, I'm Skeletor, bitch. Much love to the Modfather family for letting me use this thing. I am highly impressed. I got to play with the VCMT before. I got to play with the BFT before. Now I'm playing with this, and this spanks them out of the fucking water. Yes, I believe it's $65 retail. If you guys want to pick one up, the new shipment is coming soon. Go to the Modfather family Facebook page. Contact David Gunn. He's the man to hook you up. He is the sales guy for Modfather. So you look up David on the Modfather family Facebook page. If you haven't gone over there yet, it's a group page, so you are going to have to click join. Click the Modfather family. They'll bring you in when you say thanks for the ad, because please show your appreciation for being approved into the group, and let them know Skeletor sent you. That's right. Let them know OVHQ TV sent you. That's right. So, I see Juicy in chat asking the question that I'm sure all of y'all are asking right now, wondering, Skeletor, how does this compare to the avocado? Okay. Putting it back on the RX. When compared to the avocado, it's like comparing apples to oranges, and I like apples and oranges. So when compared to the avocado, here we go, pros and cons. Pros for the Modfather in comparison to the avocado. I had a little bit more flavor with certain juices on this than I did on this. But to play devil's advocate, it could be the build. Higher juice capacity, I like a high juice capacity. I don't mind filling the avocado because I always have a little hand tool in my pocket anyways. Hi-yo. But I like the large capacity. Con, I like the small capacity because it doesn't make me feel like my juice is going anywhere that fast. They're both juice hogs. I think the flavor, a little bit better on the avocado. Little bit better on the avocado. Granted, with the New York cheese, I did taste both ingredients, whereas this one I didn't. But devil's advocate again, could have been the build. But you're also comparing a Genesis style, Genesis modeled after, I don't know, RTA, as opposed to your basic RTA. Both have velocity style decks. The wicking is different. I can take 5-second horks on this, that I can't do on this. Okay, sometimes stressed out, I just want to go like this. And I can do that with the Modfather. Avocado, I got this. Still good production. Not as much, obviously, because I can't take as long of a hork. But I think that's just the style of wicking. You can't take a hork like that on your basic RDA either, which is what you build on with the avocado. You know, all the juice is underneath, builds on top. Here, the juice is on top. Con on this, the motherfucker gets hot. It does get hot. But it is what it is. And I like it. I like it enough to where I want my own. And that's saying something. Because usually the question comes up, Skeletor, if you lost that thing, would you buy another one? Goddamn right I would. And now you know. That's the Modfather. So be sure to go check out the Modfather family on Facebook. Let them know that Skeletor and OVHQ TV sent you. That is the group that is running the week-long waffles this week for SFATA litigation cost. As you guys know, we are having our backs against the wall right now, and it's time that now that we have something on paper that we can litigate against, it's time to respond. Now that we have something on paper we can look at, we can file our claims. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to do my Mr. Rogers this morning, so I'm going to do that while I'm talking to you. Already got the bracelet on. That's what threw me off. I'm missing my rings. So, yeah, you know, the time for raising money and advocacy is now. And lawyers aren't free. And they have been putting together these waffles, and they have been doing what they can, figuring out how they can raise money for advocacy. And so they came up with these waffles, and they have like 6 different Facebook pages that they are running these waffles on. The first one was on the Modfather family. Last night's was on Rebuildable Tank Association. Both waffles sold out. There we go, y'all. Mr. Rogers is in the house. Both waffles sold out, and in 2 nights, over the course of just a mere maybe 5-6 hours, they raised $700 for the Zapata litigation cost. That's awesome. They have 5 more waffles coming up this week, I think. 4, I know for a fact. And tonight's waffle is either going to be, I'm sorry, I have to go to my phone to look at this again. It's either going to be on Chillin' Vape or Vape Nation. Loaded did tell me to let you guys know that the information will be posted before 7 o'clock on the Modfather Family Facebook page. So please go show the love to those guys. They're doing something that's going to save many, many lives to come. And, you know, the time is now. Do you guys really want to be put in such a situation that you're going to wind up going back to coffin nails? God, I sure as hell don't. You know, my vape anniversary was just a couple of weeks ago, 11 days ago to be exact. And, you know, the anniversary of WTF Vapors is coming up this week. Without you guys helping the cause, we're not going to be able to do this. You know, I love sitting in front of you guys every single week. You know, the fact that Juicy and I get to come on the show and talk to you guys. Is amazing. And I don't want to lose that. And I don't think you do either. So, with that, let's bring Juicy on. And we're going to field questions. Let's do it. Hold on, I gotta see first. There's Juicy, and there's his volume. Hey, sir, how are you?
Am I even here?
You are.
Yes, hello.
All
I'm
right.
there. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Ooh.
Dude. Right, people need to go support those waffles. That's really great they're doing that. I think it's cool they're raising money for those guys. They're doing a great job.
Oh yeah.
So I'm extremely excited about that tank. Now I want one, of course. That's the closest look I've gotten at one.
Oh yeah. It's a great tank. It's a great tank. I'm gonna gather myself here for a second, Juicy.
Oh, I feel you. We can't have people going back to dying of cancer. Although people are still resisting it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I
This will all
know.
come out in the wash, though. I really think we're going to prevail in the end, but it's just an ugly, ugly road, and we have so much to do.
It
It's going to
is.
take so much work. So much work. Let's see. I was just sitting here re-wicking and stuff, getting ready for the Liquid Sky review.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah,
So looking forward to that. Yeah, I actually spoke with James. What was it? 2 days ago when I spoke with him.
yeah,
They've
yeah.
got the 40% off sale going on for Liquid Sky right now. They're going
That's
to
right.
have an OVHQ TV promo code you're going to be able to use after the sale is over for the 40% off, which is the 27th. Next Friday is the last day of their sale.
That's a week from the day after tomorrow, right?
Yeah, yeah. So a week and a half
Yeah.
ish from today.
Cool.
Little less.
I'm just tagging a few appropriate people in this post I'm making to make sure everything is all good. I'm just sending out a couple of Instagrams while I wick. I've got my whole desk all set up with all this magical nonsense.
Oh shit! It's
Uh,
Steve M's birthday. Happy birthday, my dude.
oh, happy
Happy
birthday, Steven.
birthday. We're not going to ask you how old you are, but I do like the avatar that you have for your YouTube and chat.
Yeah, me too. Oh, and Michaela reminded us that that was your vape anniversary was the day those FDA rigs came out, that Thursday or Tuesday. I think it may have been the day after it
It
came
was the
out.
day before.
Mm-hmm. There
Yeah,
you go. Yeah.
yeah. It came out the day before my vape anniversary, which was really kind of like a kick in the dick, dude. It's like holy shit. Tomorrow is my 1 year vape anniversary, and you motherfuckers are gonna pull this shit today. Well, at least we got something to battle against now. You can't battle
Crazy.
against an idea, and that's all they had before was
Yeah.
ideas.
Yeah, exactly. Concepts. You got to have something concrete to actually sue. So, stupid litigious country we live in. But that's how it is.
Yeah, and Michaela, I am afraid of the same thing about not being able to celebrate my second vape anniversary. But you know what? Guys like Loaded over at the Modfather family and the people at Modfather Inc. who are supporting these waffles, and the guys like Matty Ice from Convicted Vapes, who is actually, if you guys have seen his blue lipo Megadeth box, go on to Google if you haven't and just look up Matty Vapes or Convicted Vapes Megadeth Blue Lipo. He is donating that to the Modfather family for these waffles. We have Wicked Park, my people. You can't see them because
We can
Juicy's
park
in
the
the way.
people. Oh, I'm sorry.
But their little stickers. Oh, sorry, Milkman. That was your spool of 40 gauge. Lol. You just got me saying that. My people over at Wicked Park up here, they donated a Twisted 420 box for the very first waffle. We got people all over the place. I believe they're actually going to be waffling off the 000 Modfather.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's super cool. I saw that.
Yep, they got coils, they got drip tips, they got swag, they got juice, they got mods, they got tanks.
And you're going to put a link to that in the description, huh? We have
Well,
one in the
it's
last episode.
the Modfather family Facebook group link that's from last week's shows that we put
Mhm.
in is going to be the same one for them to get all the info.
So we'll
So
also put that in the description for this video.
yes, we will also put that in the description for this video. Um, I actually think we will probably put some cards for that in there. I've marked some times
Well,
off.
that we can't put a card into because Google restricts what kinds of things you put into cards, but we're going to do something. It'll at least be in the description. At the very least. I'm just sitting here finishing up my rewicking. I got the theorem. Has its dino rocks in it.
Okay.
I'm moving on to the next one. Just so you guys know, Skeletor already told you, tomorrow we're doing a giveaway for we're doing the Vape AM. I'll do a review for the Avocado 24, and I'll give away the Spartans 300 watt box mod to some winner. There've been a lot of people watching that thing, so.
And I pray, if everything goes right today, I will be showing you guys another toy tomorrow. Oh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. Should I spoil the surprise? Or should I let them just sit?
I have no idea. There may or may not even be time tomorrow. What is it?
Well, I'll just be vaping on it. I won't be saying nothing about it.
I wonder what it will be. Well, then I'll wait and see.
I already told you, Juice.
I think I know. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I know.
and since you know, especially with how much we've been talking about this, I think we should let them stew, and we'll see if they can figure it out tomorrow. And if they do, then maybe they can join me on a live show when I review it.
Yeah, that's cool. There's a lot of people talking about their vapiversaries, and that's great.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
I love you all. Especially, I see all these, my 1 year vapiversary is in such and such amount of days. Like I think Billy said his is June 10th or something like that.
Oh, yeah. We got 1, 2, 7, 4. My 4th year will be coming up here pretty soon.
I love seeing all the ones, though, because getting that one is so tough.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
So tough. And you know what? Here's the thing, y'all, is my 1 year vapiversary. I call it my 1 year vapiversary because that was the day that I decided to put down the cigarettes and pick up a vape. That first year is always the toughest. And I noticed that, especially with some of the behind the scenes stuff that I've been going through over the course of the last few months. I mean, I've been going through some major shit. You know, I'm not too big to say that I didn't fall off the bandwagon because I did. But it's like not even a thing. It's like, okay, I fell off the bandwagon. You know what? That's cool. My 1 year vapiversary, when I made that decision, still is going to stand. Okay, I fell off that one time. Let's get back on and keep going.
You're talking about you smoked a cigarette. Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah. So what?
Yeah, indeed.
That's not the point.
You know, the good thing about it is the fact
I like to stress that this is not like AA, where if you smoke one cigarette, you don't count anymore and you reset. This is not some contest to see who can go the longest. It's not some contest to see who's been vaping the longest or who hasn't smoked the longest. This is a contest to see who gets to live the longest.
That's right.
And as long as we all don't die of lung cancer, you know, as long as you're not smoking, you're winning. It's like binary. If you're not smoking, you're winning. If you have a cigarette or whatever, it's about quitting smoking.
And I'll be quite honest with you. You know, I had a couple through the course because, you know, I'm in the process of a divorce, and it's a very detrimental thing that I'm going through right now, a very life-changing event. And it was the most stressful thing that I've had to deal with in the course of my 1 year that I decided to put down cigarettes. And yeah, I slipped, but with Juicy and I like to say it's not about how many cigarettes you're smoking while you're vaping. It's how many you don't smoke. And I found that after I had those couple, it didn't even appeal to me. Like back in the day, that cigarette was like a steak dinner. Now, Fritta's my fucking steak dinner. Devices like this are my steak dinner. You know, so I slipped and I had a couple cigarettes. I'm allowed. You're allowed. You know, we're human. Shit happens.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're not going to.
So there's a lot of people in chat who were like totally excited about things like April says in 2 years, her 2 year anniversary was April, which was her mother passed, and that's really good. This is the month, June is the 20th anniversary of my mom passing away of cancer, and that's always a hard month for me. And this would be a month normally when I would be thinking about cigarettes and smoking. And since I started vaping, I haven't had as much of a problem with that. It's been much better. The last time I had a real problem was when my father passed away, and that was maybe 4 years ago. I think that's right. I think that's after that, I think is when I quit smoking.
Michaela says, question.
Again.
If you have a setback, does your date have to restart your date? No, it does not. Like I said,
No, that's what I'm
the
saying is that this
day.
is not Alcoholics Anonymous. This is not some judgment. The only point is that you're not a smoker anymore. You're not buying packs of cigarettes smoking. You're a vapor. If you have a cigarette, that
Mhm.
doesn't, no. The answer is no.
That's right. You know, your anniversary is the day that you made the conscious decision to put down that cigarette and pick up a vape.
I'll tell you what, though, we're on the honor system. If you start buying packs of cigarettes again and smoking on the regular, then yeah, you're a smoker.
Hmm. Indeed, indeed. But yes, if you fall off the wagon, have a cigarette because of this, have a cigarette because of that, have one or two because of this. You know, we're not crucifying you. You don't have to reset your date. I didn't because I
Nobody's
know it's
judging
not
you.
like AA. Nobody's judging you.
Yeah, the point is no one's allowed to. The point is
Hmm.
we're all like smokers and everybody knows how it feels. And
Yep.
it's just about not smoking cigarettes. It's not about never ever having one. Actually, after a while, you will never ever have another one. So, I mean, I know that I won't, but who knows? Maybe I will. I doubt it. I try them occasionally and they're so disgusting. Oh,
They are, and it was, and that's why I said, you know, it used to be like my meat and potatoes, but now shit like this is my meat and potatoes.
yummy.
Because that tastes so much better. How we doing on time, Juice?
Oh, it's fine, I think. Where are we at? I haven't looked. I'm over here wicking. We're about 45 minutes in.
Oh,
So,
good. Yeah, we're still good.
good. Very good. I'm just wicking my wick up here. I've got everything, the Avogo, both avocados, and the Theorem all wicked up, and I'm just rebuilding all three of them. So I'm just putting them back together as we speak. I'll be ready soon. I'm really low on New York cheese.
I became low on New York cheese when I refilled the
Yeah.
the Modfather.
Yeah. I'm very low on New York cheese. So I'm definitely,
And I'm on my second cup of coffee. Mm.
yeah, let's see here.
No, Owen, I did not order the Modfather yet. Reason being is because there's some that are coming in, and when you sit down and talk face to face with Mr. Loaded himself and say, "Hey, I'm Skeletor, bitch, hold me one." No, I'm just kidding. That's not how it went. But I did ask him to hold me a black one. And contact David Gunn at the Modfather family, Owen, to get your hands on one because I know you're going to love this, Mr. Teen Baby Clouds.
Yeah, and Fixed and Focus points out that if you happen to have a cigarette, don't give up. Just start vaping again. Like go back and then raise up your nicotine. Do whatever you have
Hmm.
to on your vape. It means you're not getting enough nicotine. That's why
That's
you
actually
break the
what I
stick.
did. I ended up tossing a couple of tanks full of Six Nick,
Yeah,
and it worked. It did the job.
yeah, that's exactly right. So
I'm,
in
I'm
the
actually
avocado,
doing something for Owen right now. This is going to be funny.
yeah. I mean, you don't have to be ashamed. Just try to quit again. Just keep it out.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. I mean, everybody's had bad moments. So nobody's judging anybody. I want to remind you guys to make sure you call your
Damn.
senators and your congresspeople and tell them to support the Cult Bishop 2058, HR 2058 House resolution to change the grandfather date. It's in the agriculture bill.
Hmm.
Call them. All you have to do is call their main office, tell them your name, your zip code, say that you're a constituent, and then tell them that you'd like them to support that bill, and then say thank you. That's all they need to know. They'll make a list. Call them every day if you can. And if you want to find out who they are, just go to where can they go to find out who the representatives are? I happen to know who mine are. I'll Google it. Find
I do know
my
that what is it? The does the SFATA website have the representatives? I know Casaa used to.
here it is. Go to whoismyrepresentative.com.
Now
There
let's
you
see
go.
if we can't we yeah, you cannot, Owen. I'm trying to let you know right now before you even try. You cannot put the button and the Modfather on the noisy cricket at the same time.
Yeah, it's too big. Too
Sorry, Owen.
big.
I tried, brother. I tried. I really
But
did.
But you did find it hybrid safe. I thought that was nice.
Actually, I don't know. Let me double check and make sure. I just put it on it because I thought it would be funny.
Well, you looked at the 510, yeah?
Yeah, I'm looking at it again. Yeah, it's 510 safe. It's
It's
definitely hybrid
safe.
safe. But yeah, I just did that because I thought it'd be funny for Owen. Yeah, you only would need to modify the switch. I got an idea, Owen. This is what you do. You figure out a way to make the switch and your thumb just one. Then you don't have to worry about it. You just touch and push on the battery with your thumb, and you can
That's
just hit.
perfectly safe. That's what you should do, totally.
Exactly.
I'm being sarcastic.
Me
That's a
too.
terrible idea. But yeah. Oh, and
I
Ryan Berman points out that Casaa has you
thought they did.
representatives as well. So go to casaa.org.
Yeah, I thought they did.
And that's always a good thing. And you have 3 of them. You have 2 House reps and you have a Senator rep in the Congress. All you got to do is call their desk, tell them those 3 pieces of information: your name, your zip code, that you're a constituent, and which bill. I guess 4 pieces, and which bill you want them to support or not. In this case, it's HR 2051. And you don't have to call your congressional rep about that because they can't do anything about it. But why not? And tell them you support it and you want your rep to support it. If you like to, tell them why, but you don't have to, especially if you're shy. But they'll make a list. I've done this. I'm sorry, I'm just waking my avocado 24 right now. I'm about to wake the avocado.
Yeah,
That's why.
I thought Casaa had the information.
It's cool.
Ryan, I do know that this fits well on a large box, but something small like a Hexome or a Surik X or a Tug box, I think it's going to be way too top heavy for your liking, to be quite honest.
Too big
Um,
for the Guardian, maybe?
it is too big for the Guardian. It made it top heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It fits well in my hand, but I wouldn't set it down.
Right on.
But it looks good and fits well on the RX.
Yeah, and I imagine it would be pretty good on the cuboid, even though the cuboid,
It would be.
it would stick over because the cuboid is 24, but
Well,
it's wider on the sides.
I've seen 30mm tanks and RDAs on cuboids before, and it looks good.
Mm. Okay,
And
cool.
your hand's big enough, like mine, to where it'll eliminate all overhang when somebody looks at you vaping, anyways.
Pretty much.
Let's see, what else did I want to talk about before we got going? Oh yeah, I know Homie and I just filmed 4 reviews last week on Jack in the Box reserves. They are still in the edit queue. I was so busy trying to put together the stuff for the Modfather and trying to get the advocacy waffles announced for them and figuring out what was going on with all that I just hadn't had the chance to get them out of the edit queue yet. But they are in the edit queue. All I have to do is cut and tape and paste and stuff, and they'll be ready
Slave
to
away.
slave away. Yes, come slave away, come slave. Oh, sorry.
Come slave away. That's what we'll rename your show. I'm slaving. Come slave away.
Go to the chat here and see. Ah, yes. Yes. Oh, you put down the who is my representative. Excellent.
Yeah, that's pretty
Excellent.
There it is. Monkey bread.
Put it on the nugget. Mr. Culverfire says put the Modfather on the nugget.
Good idea. I want to put it on the nugget. Yeah, onto my cuboid mini, which is over there charging. That would be the best. Here we go. Very good. Oh, avocado. I heart you so much. You're so hearty and delicious, and I heart you more.
But yeah, I definitely, without a shadow, I apologize for the landscaping people out there, y'all. Usually they're done by this time, but it's been raining here the past couple days, so I'll try to talk louder. The Modfather, for those of you who like large tanks, even for those of you who like larger tanks like the TFV4 or the Crown, You know, you'll definitely like this. It's not something for you guys that like the tiny tanks, like the Goblin or something like that. It won't be for you guys, even though the build space is really nice. I mean, you got a 19 millimeter build deck,
Ooh,
and it's
that's
a two
humongous.
poster.
That's
So,
cool.
hmm
Although it's still only 2 millimeters bigger than the Moonshot, and the Moonshot's inside of a really tiny 22 millimeter frame.
hmm but the Moonshot also only holds like mill and a half.
Well, it's two. Yeah, it's
Two.
real small. It is small. It's like avocado small.
Yeah,
So
Angelo
fair enough.
has a moonshot. I've been working on that the last few days. I find it quite enjoyable, actually.
Oh, I love my Moonshot. It's you have to fill it up a lot, but on to the credit, I mean, I did the review and everything, but to its credit, I freaking it does vape great and it feels so easy. So
hmm
you just screw the top off and fill it and screw it back in. So to their credit, at least it's something that's easy to refill. You got to refill it a lot. But it's more in the same genre as that tank, as the Modfather, and not really in the avocado genre. Holding 9 mils in that Modfather was awesome.
All right. So for the
Is it still
review,
full?
what my tank?
Mm-hmm. Have you made a dent in it?
Oh yeah, I've made a dent. I've been working on this particular tank since 2 o'clock this morning.
Because you put 9 mils in.
I put 9 mils in this
Yeah.
fucker. Okay, so
So travel's great.
it does. Um, for the review we got coming up for Liquid Sky,
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
I think I'm going to use the Vicious Ant tube. I
Mm-hmm.
put the phenotype top airflow cap on it. It was spitty with a regulated device, but on this tube, it's fucking wonderful. Makes me love the
Cool.
phenotype even more. Um, since I have New York cheese and the Modfather, we'll stick with
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna wick up the temple, and I'll probably do Dino Rocks in that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna do Monkey Bread and the avocado.
That's cool. Yeah, I've got New York cheese in the Avogo
hmm
Velocity, which they should rename the Vortex or something else.
There's already a vortex.
I know, but I mean, I'm just saying they should rename it. And I've got Smacks in the Avocado 24. I've
hmm
got Dino Rocks in the Theorem, and I'm going to put Monkey Bread in the Avocado 22.
So we'll both have Monkey Bread on the 22.
Yeah, it's cool. It's going
I'm
to be a pretty
using
good lineup.
Smacks in the Pheno.
That's cool. This is some pretty good stuff. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Mm.
I'm actually excited to bring this juice to these guys. A lot of people haven't even heard of this stuff. I had never heard of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, it is 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, y'all. This is Coffee and Clouds with Skeletor. We got Juicy on with us. This is OVHQ TV, and we're just sitting here shooting the shit with you. I want to thank every single one of you that are in chat right now, because without you, we wouldn't be here. We love that you love us, and thanks. It's been fun today doing these two juices and the Modfather. I'm glad I got a chance to bring this on. I can't wait for tomorrow's toy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is great. The mods clip, Mr. Cobrafire. I actually got this mods clip from Wicked Park Vapors here in Winter Park, Florida. I think you're overseas, aren't you? Oh, Max is under Brian's name. So Max is from Wicked Park Vapors. He's their GM
Hey,
over there.
Max. Great to
And
see you.
Max, Mr. Cobrafire, in the comment right above yours asked where to get him at. Why don't you, since he's in the United Kingdom, figure out if you could possibly ship him one if he wants one? Because you know what? I use this on tube mods. I use this on my Tesla 2 sub mod. I've even used this clip on my RX, and it works. I
Did it
like it.
work on your? It didn't work on your rig though, right? Or did it?
Yes, it did. It did
Yeah, it
work
worked
on
on
the
your rig,
rig.
which we which
Because
was
it
nice.
was the clip that I'm trying to that I was going to get you for the rig. Remember?
Oh yeah, right. Of course.
That way you would have been able to fit a 24 RDA on it.
Right. Experiment.
A little bit of
Need to try that
experimentation.
experiment.
Oh, Mr. Cobra Fire's in Kentucky. Well, I tell you what, Kentucky, since you are not outside of the United States, jump over to Facebook and look up Wicked Park Vapors and hit them up. They'll get you hooked up. Most definitely.
You said you try anyway, so there's some people over the pond anyway. We have a few in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, good. Let me see if I can move this down a little bit because I want to. There we go. Right above Juicy's head. That's what their emblem looks like.
Oh my God, this is good. You know where the New York cheese is best? On my setups is the Avogo.
Yeah. So the Noisy Cricket's best on the Avogo?
Well, my secret is that the Avogo is better flavor than the avocados, but I can't promote this because it's just a fucking Velocity clone, and they call it the Velocity. So maybe I should just review it and tell everyone because it's
Okay.
$10 and it's delicious.
Do it. Hey,
It's
Max, you're not
amazing.
going to have to worry about shipping over the pond. Mr. Culverfire is in Kentucky, which I'm probably sure you already saw that. And thanks for coming on, Max, even if you are under Brian's
That's
name.
right. We love you. You're great.
That's right.
And you know, we always like to support the vendors too, because don't forget, this is like a holy trinity between us and the vendors and you. They send us stuff to review and to look at, stuff that you have asked us that you're interested in about. And then we sit here and put it to the ringer and show you. And then if you're interested in it, then hopefully you buy it from those guys.
Oh my goodness, we have somebody from Denmark in the chat.
That's awesome.
Hello, Titus.
There's trouble in Denmark.
Right.
Good morning.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
That's great. I'm sure he's never heard a Hamlet joke before, so let's just tell him every Hamlet joke we've ever heard.
Do you have your coffee cup? We'll just start.
Oh, it's in the other room.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I know, that's so sad. And we also have a skull in our house that's like an anatomy skull from college that just Dawn never got rid of. And we call it Yorick, of course. What else? I mean, what the hell? I mean, if you had a skull in your house of any kind, for any reason it was human, why wouldn't you call it Yorick if you were an English speaker? In my opinion, it's just there's only one name for those things.
Hi, everybody that's at Wicked Park right now. They have us on the big screen.
Hey, Wicked Park on the big screen. We love you guys. You guys are great.
Love you.
Yep, you guys are so great. I'm 3/4 of the way through getting ready for our review later of this.
Actually, you know what? While I'm sitting here and we're chatting, I'm going to go ahead and re-wick this.
That's cool.
And April, that under Brian Wool is actually Max, which is the general manager over at Wicked Park. Even though Brian is affiliated with Wicked Park as well.
That's excellent.
On the big screen, that's awesome.
That's so awesome. I'm going to try to impress everybody by having the cuboid mini with the avocado and the cuboid regular size on the avocado 24.
I thought you did that yesterday.
Well, that was only Instagram, man.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Only 12,000 people see that.
Only.
Nobody looks at my Instagram, to be honest.
40 people that we have in chat are the most important, and they need to see it.
I agree.
So yeah, coming up 1 p.m. Eastern time today, we're going to be reviewing Liquid Sky.
An hour and a half. Yeah.
So I hope we make it on the big screen for Wicked Park on that one.
That'd be nice. We're going to be live tomorrow. I'm doing a review of the avocado, and I'm giving away the Spartan's 300-watt box mod, 300-watt box mod, and there's another video for that you can look at, and you can see how to enter. So I'll actually pick someone tomorrow in the morning. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Oh man, these Hostile Clouds Claptons are something else. I've had them in here for a month now.
That's fantastic.
It's fused 26 gauge static wire with 36 gauge alchemy.
I built some Clapton wire. I only had enough for one strand with the Hostile Clouds 26, the last of that strand that I had left, because it was starting to just be a piece of wire sitting around. It was my last piece. And man, these are great. In fact, these are the ones that are in the avocado. They're a little dirty, but they were killer.
Oh, we have somebody from Sweden. Franz, hey. Dude.
Great to see you.
Denmark, Sweden.
I know, I'm excited. I love the international people.
We usually have the UK, but I don't see UK. Oh, well, I thought somebody in here was from the UK already. But usually we got Polish Vapes. He's from the UK.
Sure, yeah, and Mikra. He's in the UK.
Mikra, yeah, where is? Oh, Mikra must be sleeping or something.
Probably busy. Highlander, a few other people, several. We pride ourselves in having an international appeal. We're international.
That's right.
So that is so great.
That Orbital Vaping headquarters. I mean, Orbital.
Right.
We go around the globe, bitches.
I guess I should stress, if you like these videos, click on the like button and subscribe and tell your friends. In an hour and a half, Skeletor already said we're going to do a review of these liquids, guys. So here we go. Monkey bread going into the avocado. Finally, I'm ready. Finally.
And they said over at Wicked Park that you can pick whoever you want to win the Spartan as long as it's them.
Okay. You guys can have 1 watt apiece, all 300 people.
All 300 people?
Here
well,
are the customers this week.
we would actually only be able to give them less than a third because OVHQ TV fucking hit over 1,000 subscribers this week.
I know, I forgot about that. That's crazy exciting.
So awesome. I wish I had that many on WTF, but you know what?
Me too. Go subscribe to Skeletor.
That's right.
It's not just family videos.
Yeah. Every single one of them on WTF Vapors is a family-friendly video. Especially when they start off with, "What the fuck is going on, squad?" Friendly neighborhood Skeletor here. Making you clap your hands over your kids' ears. You shouldn't be watching this.
It's unclean.
We have a radio station here in Orlando called Z88.3, and it's a Christian music station. And their slogan is "They're safe for little ears."
Are those like the people who have little faces who like these tiny drip tips like the Theorem has?
And April says her son Jeffrey said hi. Hello, Jeffrey. How are you doing today, buddy?
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hope you're feeling better.
Hey, Highlander. There's Highlander, our buddy. Speaking of the UK.
Speaking of the UK, that's right. Now we have 4 countries represented. If we had Blaine in here, we'd have 5.
That's right.
This Highlander is a call out to Mr. Flavor Hunter himself, Blaine Nordby.
Love him.
This is also a call out. You know what? I'm worried about one of our fans. As you guys know, we have a fan. Her name is Brandy. Her Instagram is Hollow Angel, and her YouTube name is Hollow Angel. She hasn't exactly been MIA, but I know she's been a little down in the dumps lately. And we've been trying to contact her. Me and Juicy and April from the chat, we've been trying to contact her. And I have noticed that she's looked at my PMs on Facebook, but I truly am worried about her. If anybody talks to her, have her contact me, Juicy, or April, because that would be absolutely epic. We miss her, and we just want to make sure she's okay.
Love Brandy. No doubt.
You know, this is what it's like for us, for you guys. You know, we worry about you. We notice when certain people who are, I dare say, fans of our broadcasts, but family to us, to, you know, we care. We notice when you're not there.
Family. Yeah. Nobody's a fan. Everybody's family.
Right.
Then I'm re-wicking my little chameleon, and I'm putting in my DIY. I was telling Skeletor that I went down to my local tea shop, and they have PG-based food flavors that they naturally extract themselves, sitting right on the shelf, like tons of them. And I bought 2 flavors, and I'm so excited.
Oh, we got a Canadian. Leighton Vapes. Hey, where in Florida does your dad live? And then we got Manny Super Vapes, that's from Belgium, but living in the UK. Oh man, I really, really love seeing that.
Me too. It's excellent.
So cool.
There's really not just one way to vape, and not really one kind of vapor either. It's all kind. It's a real cross section.
That's right.
Which I enjoy so much. Okay, these are looking good. I have a little bit of a hot spot. I'm frowny right now. That makes me kind of frown delicious. I'm just gonna give it a scrape.
Yeah.
They're not just filthy old Claptons I put in here, y'all. Yes, they are. They're disgusting and old. But they work great. Yep, they work great. They still fire even. I love you. Love it.
Just squeeze them a little bit, give them a little, cup the bulls.
So what I did was I put in this hazelnut cream into one of my base flavor recipes that I know is good. And now I'm trying it out. It's not that great here on the second day, but I don't expect that. It smells amazing.
Yeah.
And after a week or two, I think it's going to be great. I think I should probably made more because I'm going to vape this. Pretty much. I wish I had some cotton. There we go. So Highlander says he has a 22 and a 25 Griffin with the same build, same airflow, and the 22 has better flavor in his opinion.
Okay, well,
That's not crazy. I mean, I know some examples of stuff like that. I mean, not all these things are upgrades,
right.
in my opinion.
Agreed.
I'm real curious about the Griffin 25. I'd kind of like to have one. Does I forgot to ask him. I'm curious, Highlander, are both your Griffins the bottom airflow or the top? Just curious. I'm definitely curious about the bottom airflow version of that. Although I like top airflow, okay, I like it slightly restricted, to be honest. So that's a great question.
Yeah, I've been wondering about the Griffin myself, and like you said, we've got a couple of examples of where the larger diameter had less flavor, and we had actually talked about it at length before, and I think
Yeah,
it's because of the extra conical space.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, it very well could be. I've been looking at the top of this Avocado 24.
What did I say I was going to put in this? Oh yeah, Dino Rocks.
Dino Rocks.
And I was going to use Smacks in the phenotype, but I think, you know what? Nope, I'm going to use Smacks on the temple and Dino Rocks on the.
Yeah, so he closes the top of his Griffin, and that's correct. That's how I feel too. Is I don't like the all full air flow on any of these tanks. To me, I'm much more of a flavor chaser. So it doesn't really please me to know that they made a larger tank with even greater airflow. I mean, even on my moonshot, I keep the airflow down to like a fifth, less than a quarter, definitely. Yummy. The avocado's killer. It's great. I probably shouldn't vape that much of this stuff because I'll just get sick before the review. It's also good. It's also yummy, Skeletor.
I'm juicing up the temple right now with some Smacks.
Dino Rocks. Away. I feel like I need to drive a car where I like pedal it with my feet and it has big round cylinder wheels.
Agreed, sir. Agreed.
That's fun.
Yabba dabba doo.
Ryan likes his Cleto too. So yeah, Highlander says he wishes he had never gotten that 22 millimeter top airflow because it doesn't work with this type of vape.
Oh yeah.
I confess I didn't get the Griffin, even though I'm going to get either a 25 or a 22 eventually. I don't know which one, but I just sort of skipped that tank because I was loving the avocado. It was just fine for me, and I'm still happy with the avocado. And I got a moonshot, which achieves a lot of probably almost as good as the Griffin, maybe a little harder to build on, and maybe as good. I wouldn't know because I don't own one, but people that have both say that they're pretty close. But I'll definitely get a Griffin here eventually. Or I'll just skip the whole thing and we'll get the next thing. I don't know. We might see some stuff from Geek Vape or someone else come out in the last half of the year. We're just coming up in the first half of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm still asking all of you guys, all you guys in chat, everyone chime in. Just what do you think is the best new stuff you've seen this year? We're thinking about doing a little roundup just for fun sometime in June. That's like a little like,
do a
hey,
half-year update.
yeah, what'd it be like in the first half? And then we obviously will do a best of the year on New Year's or so.
Yes.
But
kind of like we did for our longest show of the year last year.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll beat that record this year.
Totally 10 hours. It'll be 8 actually because YouTube has a limit, but that'll be fun.
8 hours sounds good to me.
April's got spazberries going on her SXR. Oh no, that's the company that makes it. SXR. Sorry.
Oh, damn.
Spazberries is a great name for for a liquid.
Cup of coffee number 2 is gone.
JT, looks like you busted out your M-Addy for a while. That's fun. I often go back to my old stuff. I don't actually. There's very few things that I rotate out of my stuff that are good. Things that are good, even if they're old, I still use them. Like I still use my Typhoon, and I'll be using my Earl Konigan again as soon as I get a replacement screw that costs like $18 plus $12 shipping.
Oh Jesus!
But I will be doing that. So that makes great sense to me. I'm all about that. I don't abandon good gear ever. I still use my SMY 60TC box mod single battery because it's good and it looks really cool. This little screen.
What do I do with my rag? Oh, it fell out of my lap.
Highlander says he wants that Sigelli 213. I'm interested in that thing too. I
I
think it
got my
looks pretty
hands on
cool.
one. It's really sleek and it feels good in the hand.
Yeah. I wonder how the electronics are. Sigelli is notorious for being lying SOBs with their electronics.
Hmm.
And so now it's mathematically possible for that to be 213, right? So I'm just curious. I'd like to see it. It does look cool. It looks a little bit kind of like stuffy white guy cool in a way,
Hmm.
just the way it's designed. But
I
I like
gotcha.
it.
Like techie, stuffy white
Sharper
guy.
image. Yeah, sharper image.
Exactly. That's that's actually when you said that, sharper image popped into my head.
Yeah, it looks like the airplane catalog kind of
Yeah,
mod.
it does. Well, Juicy, we are past 11 my time. What do you say we go ahead and jump out of here and
Okay.
get ready for our review?
Yeah, that's great. Because in 45, no, in an hour and a half, we're going to do another review. It's going to be the Liquid Sky stuff. That's great. That'd be great for me. Do I have something to vape out though? Am I sitting here wicking
Um,
everything?
well, I've got Zeus, and I'll just sit here
I'm like, oh, I have something. Hold on. I'm like, oh my God, I've got nothing to vape. I
right.
seriously have 5 RDAs and tanks sitting in front of me, all cleaned out with stuff in it. It's fun. Oh
All right.
yeah,
Well, we're going to
delicious.
go ahead and while he's doing that, we're going to get the fuck out of here, you guys. We're going to wick up. We're going to get some of our notes together, and we're going to be coming at you in about an hour and a half. So be looking for that. Thank you for showing up for Coffee and Clouds with me, your friendly neighborhood Skeletor. I truly do appreciate it. I know Juicy appreciates it. We
Yep.
love you guys, and we love that you love us. Please be sure to jump over to the Modfather family on Facebook. We'll have the link in the description below. And yeah, support the waffles. I know you guys see the I'm Skeletor bitch side of me most of the time, but today you really did get a chance to see me at a vulnerable point to where you got me something on actually what I care about. I'm not going to go out like every single other family member in my life that has gone out due to smoking related illnesses. I refuse. I'm not going to be one of those that dies young and my kids are going to be lost without me. It's not going to happen. I've
Right
seen it
on.
happen too many times. So remember, everybody, it's not about how many cigarettes you're smoking, it's about how many you don't, right? Right. So as I pick up the Modfather here with some Liquid Sky New York cheese, I just want each and every single one of you to know that all you got to do is kick cigarettes, vape on, stay cloudy, and as always, peace out, everybody.
Skeletor, you're awesome. Thank you guys.